Hey guys, ZackTheBroz. You guys are wondering, where's my beautiful face? I'm doing a podcast today, or as I call it, a Brozcast.
The Brozcast.
Basically, this video's gonna be like once a month. I'm gonna do it with Matt, Isaac, Michael, and members of the Trigate. So today we've now got my best friend, my right-hand man, Age, aka Matt, aka Australian Gaming Empire.
Hey.
So basically, I'll explain what a Brozcast is. Basically, we're going to be doing on Trigate, live, future plans, future projects, like projects for our channel, what our goals are going to be. It's kind of like a how you doing video.
Pretty much just a random as hell.
Maybe a random once a month video.
Yeah.
You also check all my friends' channel down below in the description and all that. Definitely check out him.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to me, subscribe to Mr. Steen, subscribe to JT Jenkins, or whoever else.
Just random people. Just subscribe to whoever you want.
Subscribe to me and Matt.
We're the most important to subscribe to. You gotta always subscribe.
Yeah,
so
definitely. Okay, so for today's first broadcast, we're gonna do something very different. We're gonna interview each other basically. So me and Matt gonna interview like on our projects, Trigate, other Minecraft roleplays, our channels, and everything.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go full out, just ask questions we probably don't really normally ask each other.
That's when you know it's gonna be interesting, guys.
Yeah, so you might see some cringy stuff happening, but
always cringy.
Pretty much we're always cringy.
If we had Isaac, you'd be hearing a lot of swear words already.
Oh, Isaac would have just
gone F.
He would have just dropped everything.
And Michael's sort of gone, I'm the big man.
I'm the man. Okay, so
I'm Mikey.
Who's gonna ask the first question?
You wanna go first? Since this is my channel.
Alright, I'm gonna try and think of something.
First thing you got me, bro. I'm ready for it. I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. The first question I'm gonna ask you is, what made you want to start Minecraft roleplays?
Well, at the end of high school, about I think a month or two before I graduated, I came across a video. I came across an Australian YouTuber called Jable. I was watching this series called Parkside Prison. It was a very interesting series, basically about a guy who went to jail, who didn't commit a crime, but a lookalike did. That's where he met his best friend, the love of his life, and a couple of good long-term friends. And basically, he wanted to get out of jail to catch the person who framed him. He looked exactly like him. So him, his girlfriend, well, not girlfriend at that part, best friend, his girlfriend, the lifer, the guy with a tattoo on his scar on his eye, escaped. The guy, Gary, he didn't escape. It was kind of emotional. That's still going around up to now even.
Okay.
Well, they've changed. It started back in 2015. This project did.
Okay, so they're
I started watching it last year.
Yeah, so you watched this an Australian YouTuber doing Minecraft roleplays.
I told you about Jable.
Okay.
Then the next YouTuber I watched was Richie W. I watched his. I first came from someone doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! GX roleplay.
Alright.
He's actually a pretty good YouTuber. That's someone I really want to work with down the line. He seems very creative, fun, and all that.
Alright. Seems pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
So what do you got for me? I'm pretty much up for any sort of question.
Why haven't you been posting more often?
Why haven't I been posting more often?
Yeah, I think the fans deserve to know from the Bros Army and the Age Army.
What?
Hashtag Bros and Age down in the comments.
What? So like, just why I don't post as often as I
know year 12 is a difficult time. It's a fair enough excuse.
Okay.
It's the year
it comes down to like
inspiration at the moment.
Inspiration, kind of motivation. Like, if you haven't really got the ideas going in your head for a video like you normally do, it's kind of like you just delay yourself and make less content.
Yeah.
Which can happen. Like, a lot of larger YouTubers tend to take breaks a lot more, but like...
Well, to be honest, they deserve to take a break now.
Of course. And
they're like 1,900,000.
And normally, to them, it's kind of like... to them, normally, it's kind of like... relatively, I don't know, like it's like they put the pressure on to get a video out every day for most of those large YouTubers.
Or a couple times a week.
Or a couple times a week. And I try and do like 3 times a week.
Well, I do once a week, but I might push it to twice a week probably.
Okay.
Basically, I'm doing 3 videos this week. Oh my god!
That's crazy for you.
My subscribe rate's crazy at the moment.
Yeah, you're getting pretty good sub.
I'm like 16 behind you now.
Yeah. But of course, numbers and stuff doesn't define content, and
the numbers get you there.
The numbers kind of help you grow, and of course we don't put numbers first or anything. We don't think of it as...
We don't think of it like it's the money, we think
we think
enjoy
as long as we enjoy the content that we make, and as long as you guys like the content we make, that's the main focus.
Exactly.
And
if you don't like it, let us know.
And basically, for me, it's kind of like whether I have the motivation and the inspiration to make content all the time. And like you guys know, probably if you watch my channel, that I try and do 3 series at the moment. I've got Age Vlogs, I have Age Fridays, and I have Talkback Thursdays.
No, I got 3 series technically now.
That's pretty good. You got your Broz Talk, you have your Broz Vlogs.
Now, Brozcast.
Brozcast.
Which would be the most rarest one. Brozcast will be done once a month, probably. Broz Talk, maybe twice a month.
Yeah, it could probably happen, like, Brozcast could happen any time in a month, just whenever, but
Exactly.
it's probably better to structure it to be near the middle.
In middle point or around this point right now.
Yeah, so the main reason why I don't really post as often sometimes is mainly because I just don't have the flair, you could say, to make it.
I just think, okay, it doesn't make interesting, let's bam, go.
And it's like the last 2 weeks I haven't done my Talkback Thursday.
Because of exams and all that.
Mainly because I just haven't had much I really want to talk about yet, or I just haven't had the strive to make the video. And like, I'd say
This is one last question.
it is a long question, but and I think like it's like I'm pretty sure most of you guys would remember that the shooting happened at the esports tournament.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about that.
I wanted to talk about that in a video, but
you can talk about this video if you want to.
Well, I don't really have much. Otherwise, it'd be like a 20-minute video, just me talking. So,
Okay, fair enough.
so
You can do that after if you want.
nah, well, not yet. But I think
You can do it on the age cast.
an age cast. That's a different one. But I think that, like, well, in that case, I didn't want to do that yet because I felt like it might have been too early to talk about it.
And plus, no, I think we might take the piss out of it.
Well, you never know. You might have jokes about it, and I didn't want it to be a joking video or anything.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
And normally my Talkback Thursday videos are normally quite serious.
Yeah, you made you look at me.
Then I look at you and it's just like, yeah.
I'm always ready for a good time when I record.
Yeah. And then last week, well, this week basically, I wanted to do a video talking about Sony and about the next PlayStation, but what?
Sega!
I wish Sega was still in the console market, but it would have been interesting if Sega was still in the console market. But basically, I just didn't have the flair, and that's what happens when you're making content. You just lose your flair sometimes.
That's why it's good to work in groups and all. They can give you so like you can do or ideas to do.
Yeah.
Like all
right.
You got this.
I think we should get straight to the next question.
Okay, your turn to ask me a
So,
question.
my question for you is, where do you plan to take your YouTube channel after this year?
Oh, like to get big?
Or just in content creation, where do you see yourself going with your content?
Like basically like what I'm gonna be making.
What are you going to be making?
Like I've said in vlogs, but I guess I can do a refresher. I'm gonna do this, the Brozcast, a Broz Talk, and my usual Broz vlog. You see this gorgeous face.
Okay.
But I'm also gonna do Minecraft roleplays, which I've said, which is in my description on my channel.
Which is an obvious thing that we're going to be working on.
Gameplay, like walkthroughs, like I'm gonna be doing FIFA 19 videos. When it comes to, give you a heads up. Watch for my swearing.
Yeah, he goes nuts when playing FIFA.
You've heard me on the phone.
And you're gonna have a lot of comedy though in that.
Exactly.
So
I'm gonna be doing a lot of F bombs. Also, we'll be doing pranks.
Okay.
Inspired by Ben Phillips.
Inspired by Ben Phillips pranks, even though some of them do tend to be fake.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, pranks on YouTube, it's like a bit of a tough game at the moment because
it's up and down.
It's up and down mainly because some prank YouTubers have had a bad reputation.
Like Ben Phillips.
Well, not really Ben Phillips, but other ones.
I think he's one of the best prank ones on the moment.
Ben Phillips is probably one of the most.
He's probably one of the all-time greatest prankers.
I'd say he's got the personality for the pranking, but
Elliot
is the funny comedy part because like he's just basically an alcoholic and he tries to just.
But you can tell him and Ben care about each other.
Oh yeah, you can see there's definitely a friendship there. And
are they family?
I don't even.
I think they're cousins.
Are they cousins?
cousins or brothers?
I don't even know that. I thought they were just best friends or something.
No, I remember him. They had the same name.
True.
They could. I think they
So
are
they're
cousins.
probably cousins of family or something. Either way, that's probably something we could find out later on.
Yeah.
But-
okay, it's my turn.
All right.
What do you think of the members we've recruited so far for the roleplay group?
The members.
Yeah.
Um.
Any interesting ones to you?
Ooh. It's a tough one because, like, the members, of course, most of them are our friends.
A lot of them are.
Pretty much our friends. And,
Until we get big enough.
well, yeah. And it's like, I guess some of the most interesting...
I think Isaac's one of an interesting one.
Isaac will be an interesting
Henry?
one.
I think Henry would be.
Henry is going to be interesting in roleplays.
Michael.
Michael will be very comedic, I can see.
Plus,
Although we've got a good role for
And
him.
plus,
so-
we could bring back an old one now because we've been talking. We could
Yeah.
bring back an old member,
True.
which we didn't reveal her name yet. Actually, we probably won't reveal it till she's back.
Yeah, because
There was
Like,
some drama. between the
there's
members.
been a bit of drama between a couple of them.
Oh,
and
misunderstanding.
It's basically misunderstandings, and one of them left the project as well.
Last night. I think I might have fixed it.
Okay,
So
so
it's up because those two members to talk about. But to be honest, I think she'd be good to get back.
yeah, and obviously, I think I was going to be talking about this in a video at some point, but I might as well talk about it here.
All right, then.
So we had one member leave the project.
about 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, if we're talking about the same member. So basically, like, things happen and people do leave the project.
Let's say the person, she got threatened by one of her friends. It's, I do not want to say. The only thing he said to her was, "I'll make sure you're eating out of a straw in the hospital."
And yeah,
It did not go well, and I got caught in the middle of it. But I thought they've been friends for about, I think, 10 years now, and I
Yeah.
think that been friends more than 5 years. She at least take the chance to try and fix it.
yeah. If you're really trustworthy with this friend, it's like you gotta try and sort things out as quick as you can.
Me and Matt, we've been friends for about 10, 11 years now. We've
Um,
had no problem.
I think next year makes 10 years.
I think we've had one problem only.
We've only like ever had one problem,
That
but
was with a girl.
it was funny. But
We laugh at that now.
it's a laughable thing that happens, and we always sort our things out.
Say with me and Isaac, at private school, we want to kill each other. We
Basically.
didn't speak each other for 5 years. I forgot about it. We probably forgot about each other.
Yeah.
In about 2016, we became friends again. About a
And
4 or 5 years thing.
yeah, it's like, to me, when you have a close friend that you've known for a few years or so,
It's kind of hard to let them go.
it's kind of hard to let someone go. It's like better to talk things out first
Exactly.
before having a problem.
Exactly. That's why
And-
I've lost maybe 1 or 2 friends, which I'm hoping to build back a friendship.
Yeah, and
Hopefully, I'll be doing that next month.
it's like I never saw what happened between all the stuff that happened.
Like with Maddie, with like that party and all that.
I think it was that.
The other one, the hospital one straw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Oh, let's say the night was going well. I don't know where it all came from.
But of course, we're gonna leave it to people to sort out.
That-
And
I think I just tried to get them talking. That's all I've
Yeah.
been doing.
you're just playing the middleman to kind of
That sounds
figure out.
wrong.
Well, you're playing the middleman, which is
I want those drugs, boss.
which the middleman in a friendship is like, well,
The peacekeeper.
the peacekeeper.
Or
And
who like brings them together.
yeah, it's like in many situations I've always been the middleman.
And I become that a bit too sometimes. Well, I've become the listener.
Maybe that's my influence on you. But
To me, I think I'm the listener. Like, I'll listen to the problem.
yeah, you're the listener. I'm like the middleman.
And I'm also the strong one.
Yeah. So obviously we're gonna leave it to the people to sort out.
Yeah,
and
but it would be good if you two could work it out. So we
Yeah.
can getting back to work.
yeah, because
You know,
obviously we don't want to see feuds develop. And
friendships going apart, breaking up.
it's never a good thing to see.
It never is good. It's sad.
Yeah,
And
and
someone's gonna be broken down, crying, and it's just something that's not nice and pretty to see.
but I
Or
guess
hear.
other than that, the Trigate development's been very good.
Yeah, right.
And obviously things will happen, but
Yeah.
things can be sorted out.
Yeah, shit happens. You can't help it. It's life.
That's pretty much.
Alright, your turn to ask me a question, man.
Okay. A bit of a tough question, and I want you to speak your mind on.
Hit it with me, man.
what did you think of like our movie series videos we did back in the day?
Which ones?
Let's just
The
kind of
Chronicle ones or the original or the one after? You mean into all three?
any of them.
Chronicle? Oh, the most fucking cringiest ones we've ever done. Like, it was good.
Yeah.
It's just we did too much cringy shit, and I was a bit too. I think I was too romantic. I was doing those movies.
Oh yeah, because
I was with someone at the time back then.
yeah, which someone who did leave the Trigate project as well. But basically,
I had boner moments. Boner moments. Was that the bro?
It's it's like kids just don't understand anything, okay?
Books teach art parents when you're 16,
Or even earlier.
15, 14.
Whenever you start getting those things.
When you start getting excited around morning, basically.
Okay, so
Chronicles? I think one of our best ones. I wish we kept going.
it would have been good to keep going, although I think what happened was we strayed off a bit with the story.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which that happened mainly because we weren't the only writers really in this one.
It was just I wasn't a writer, I was just an actor back then. I was just an idea person, gave people ideas.
Yes. Like the original series stuff, it was mainly me and you that would write.
Yeah. Then when we started doing then we got recruiting people.
Yeah, and then we started adding other people in the write, and obviously we wanted Chronicles to have a little bit of a serious tone and romance.
We had 3 more movie series planned after that.
We had
tons. We had alternate ones.
We had planned to do like
a big one. Big one.
Chronicles
was just the start of it.
Chronicles was kind of like we planned to do around 3 to 5 movies.
I think it was 6, and then one after. The one after would have been good.
Yeah, I reckon it would have been really good if we continued. But I think what happened was people moved, and basically no one
happened,
and then no time for it, and then
exactly. Then when people came back, we just lost interest.
Yeah, and I think having other influences of writing, we didn't counteract it enough.
Same thing with Trigate, because some people wanted to make. I don't know how to say it, not getting some feedback, but you know what I'm on about.
Ah, yeah.
That.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, because I know I'm going to get some comment down. I'm not going to be very nice.
Okay, I might as well be the controversial person in this video.
Very nice, man.
So...
blame this guy.
Okay.
Don't blame my best
Obviously, we don't intend to offend anyone, or we don't intend to do anything...
But technically, we have in the cast, so we're fine.
Yeah, it's like...
You know, he said he was fine with it too.
Yeah, like...
Say this.
Alright, I'll be the controversial person in the video. But obviously, we do not mean to offend anyone in this if you're different sexuality or anything like that.
We respect you all.
We have respect for everyone.
And we have friends that are like
that. We gotta remember that this is our project.
And we do have homosexual friends as well.
Yes. And
I have a couple.
Now.
He's one of them.
No, I'm not. Now, anyway, so...
what happened to this was just a lot of...
I'm guessing your phone... Okay.
It started with an argument, this did.
Okay. So, this kind of started a little bit of tension, but we understood and we saw what was going on.
We talked it out?
Yeah, so one person wanted to have I think, was it a trans character or...
a bisexual character.
A bisexual character.
Which we thought was... we had a story already written down.
Our story was pretty much already written, and I said... I basically said we could include it.
But not in this one.
But
not in this series.
I felt that it wasn't appropriate for the story because I thought it would stray off from our story
because
plans.
The original plan we had, like, we were written down like half the series already.
Yeah, we already had like half the series written,
and me and Matt were getting annoyed. Like, we're not changing this.
We didn't want to make too much changes to the story just to affect that.
Yeah.
Which we could understand where people were going, and we saw that it could be a very good thing for...
but not this series. The series is too serious for kind of stuff like that.
We kind of thought that it would just interrupt the story too much, which we already had planned to have character relationships later on.
Exactly.
But we didn't want to add a bisexual character or a trans or any other character. Mainly,
that can be too weird.
It would be a little...
Pro 5 transgender.
Yeah, we kind of thought we weren't ready to try and make that step to include
until we get
like
to
that.
a bigger size.
And I kind of thought, well, if we have kids watching...
We don't want to get blamed.
We don't want parents in the comments to be like, why did you include this? Or we just didn't want to cause any tensions.
Exactly.
And we didn't want to alienate some of the audience that we could develop.
Yeah.
Which, it's understandable. We understand the idea of having a trans character or a bisexual character or things like that, but we just didn't feel it would be right for our series. And I hope that you guys can understand that, because it's just our decision to try and do what we want to do.
Exactly.
But we did listen, and we had a look into it.
We thought about it, then...
But we thought that it would just...
It was never brought up again.
It was just not brought up again afterwards, though.
You remember? Well, you know what my funniest moment of the Chronicle series was?
What?
Let's check if she's dead.
Oh, yeah, the teabagging scene.
That's my favourite moment.
That was really good.
You're gonna be asked as soon as we stop recording.
Okay, so... so I asked the question on past movie series, so I'm guessing it's your turn to ask me a question.
Alright. Are you going to do Minecraft roleplays down the line?
Okay, that's something we've had a lot of discussion on.
I think they have the right to know. You guys want this guy doing Minecraft? Let him know, say hashtag age Minecraft.
Hashtag agecraft.
There you go, that's a bad one. Agecraft.
Okay.
You're good.
So I think that maybe down the line, if we grow with the Trigate series,
I think we will grow it easy, because that series is bringing a lot of difference.
It's a lot of difference to it, and we wanted Trigate to be a middle ground between the seriousness of some
and probably
the kid friendly.
I'd say, to be honest, it would get probably a bit dark.
It will get dark down the line, and we want it to grow with the audience. That's
exactly. Because
you look at a lot of gaming series, and every game they make becomes either darker or it becomes
more serious,
or it becomes a little bit more serious. It's like you look at the Final Fantasy series, you look at
the Tales of Naruto.
Yeah, it grew darker over time because they grew with the audience.
Exactly, they grew with the
and
age.
That's what we kind of want to do with this. We want to grow with the audience.
I think Trigate will get a bit violent probably in season 2, season 3.
Yeah, if we develop that far, season 2 and season 3 will be a little bit darker.
And this also going to do an origin episode about how did Zack become the Masked Man. That's just going to be very, very dark.
Oh yeah, which obviously we want it to grow with you guys who join along the way, and we want it to be something that will probably just be relatable in some ways, but obviously have its mystical, fictional aspects.
Exactly.
Because in the beginning, it's going to be, I'd say, quite lighthearted for a while.
Yeah,
but not for long. Things will turn dark a little bit quick, but then things will gradually even out. And then season 2 and season 3, things will just gradually get a little bit darker.
Exactly.
So, in the beginning, you'll see maybe some episodes that are quite lighthearted, but some episodes that can take themselves seriously too. And it's like, I'd say, like, obviously Trigate's focused around high school.
Oh, a bit of it.
A bit of high school, but mainly character friendly.
Basically, it goes around a character's pop, which is going to be played by me, Zack Trigate.
Yeah, because, like, the Trigate
similar
last
to
name...
Naruto, technically, it's going to be.
Yeah,
like,
the Trigate last name is basically...
what the city's called.
The city's called, and basically the family line. So it's got a little bit of family connection too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that do happen in there.
It's quite sad.
Yeah.
Bit of heartbreak. Dark side revealed.
Yeah. And
the other side of that Trigate you do not want to meet.
It's kind of like the series kind of challenges yourself a little bit.
Exactly.
It's like you get your own challenges and personal challenges that you have to deal with and control.
So it teaches you a bit about life and all that.
It teaches you a little bit about life, but also about control. So,
let's go to the next question, I think.
Alright, do I have to ask you now?
Yeah, it's me. Because I asked you about the Minecraft thing.
Okay, yeah. So I probably might down later in the line definitely join in to roleplays, or I'll just do some Minecraft videos or something.
You want to ask me about what roleplay I got planned or anything? Ask me anything. I don't mind.
I'm trying to think of a good question. Okay, let's make it a bit of a lighthearted question. Okay. In primary school,
Oh no.
did you ever bully anyone?
I was always getting bullied. Why would I bully someone?
But did you ever bully someone?
No. If you count Isaac, maybe one friend, tell the only person I bullied.
Okay. I was expecting a bit more of elaborate answer, to be honest.
I know I told him that I want to try to forget about that. Alright.
Okay. But did you ever pick on anyone else?
Onto my back? No.
Okay, so you
But-
kept to yourself most of the time.
I was with you most of the time in primary school.
Well,
Well, I was with Jane.
Okay.
I didn't have many friends back then. Like, yeah, I do now. I have a lot more friends now.
Alright, give me something.
Alright, I'm gonna feel like hard. Why did you start Age? Why did you become Aussie Retro Gaming all those years ago?
And then why did I change to age?
Exactly. So people have the right to know. I know a bit. I think I forgot.
Okay. So it's quite interesting, to be honest.
Yeah, because your channel got 8 Aussie Retro Gaming. That's a good channel.
It was quite light-hearted too. Like, my Aussie Retro Gaming channel was generally a lot more light-hearted. It was hardly any serious.
You could have took it to a serious approach.
I thought about changing it to a serious approach, but then basically I kind of just I grew tired of it because for a while it was me. In the very beginning, my Aussie Retro Gaming channel was just gaming.
Then it came to movies.
Then it came to, well, even before that, okay, a lot of you guys remember the game night party hysteria type stuff that went around, and remember the music video that I made. And I'm guessing some of you guys who watch ZackTheBroz might know the old school me to some degree. But yeah, so it started off like that, and I made the music video as just a bit of a laugh, to be honest. I made it as a bit of a laugh. But then people started taking it really seriously. People started being like, oh, do some more raps, do more this, do more that. And I was like, okay. I basically kept giving in to the peer pressure around me.
Which something you shouldn't have done, probably, to be honest.
I just kept giving in, and that just made me have a give-in attitude to everything.
True.
And I was just like, fine, I will.
Okay,
So,
I don't mind. Don't follow me.
so then I made about 2 more raps that year, in 2014. And then 2015, I was like, alright, I'm gonna start new. I was gonna just do what I wanted.
Okay, boom, the movie series.
So the movie series came, and I thought it was pretty good. It was a way to escape the whole...
It was a way to escape the bullying, the harsh reality.
It was a way to escape the harsh reality, which at the time I was quite oblivious to things around.
Probably the year after, that's when you start to notice, or halfway through the year.
Yeah, I was kind of just like in this mentality of escape things. Just don't even ignore reality and just do whatever the hell I want. And
people judge you for what you do, basically. They're not your friends.
yeah, and I just had people in my year group all the time just being like,
Being a dick.
pretty much being a dick and just being like, come on, make some more raps. And then I started making more again because I thought, well, I could change it up. I could be like, alright, I'll do it, but on my terms.
Not your terms, so leave me alone.
So then I tried to make some more less serious raps still, but have some seriousness at that point in time. But then at that point I was just like, well, no one's even bothering to look at it. No one actually cared.
So what's the
So I had this what's the point attitude. So then I just kept making random videos for a while, and I think even near the end of 2015 I took a bit of a hiatus from YouTube on my channel. And
because you were talking to me like what to do and all that.
I just had no idea what to do at the time. And then 2016 came, and I got an Elgato. I was ready to get back into doing gameplays on the channel. So
How did that go for you when you were doing that?
So I thought I'll just restart. And I thought I'll delete all the videos on my Aussie Retro Gaming channel and restart. That was the original mentality. I'll rebuild the Aussie Retro Gaming channel. So then I made I kind of went back to the basics. I thought, alright, let's go back to making a Sonic 06 Let's Play like I did when I first started.
Oh, good.
And it was quite fun for a while to do, but then
You got bored again.
I got bored again. I was like, where do I go from here? No one's bothering to check the content. No one's bothering to.
Like, no one cares.
No one just cared. Everyone was just moved on from Aussie Retro Games.
So basically, if you're a big YouTuber, they will listen. If you're not, good luck trying to get some people.
It's kind of like that, and
A harsh reality.
so then a couple months in, I was like, all right.
You were considering quitting back then, weren't you, for a bit?
For a bit, I was just considering giving up on everything and just being like, nah.
Being a normal person, like a normal job.
But I couldn't see myself going back to that.
Exactly. Like me,
Because
I
I
don't
thought-
see us having a normal
because
job, normal life.
I kind of looked at myself and I was like, am I even getting anywhere? Because like, yes, I could definitely go out and get a part-time job, but I wanted to have. I thought, well, I'd have too much free time on my hands, so I wanted to still express myself on YouTube, and then there was a bit of a comedy to the end of my Aussie Retro Gaming channel. So I didn't really care anyway at the time, but I thought, all right, I'm gonna challenge someone to a rap battle.
Alright.
And I
How did that go?
and I thought, well, if I lose, I'll delete my channel.
Did you lose?
Oh yeah, I lost.
Who did you verse?
At the time, I think
The super lame Liam?
super lamely. Well, yeah, I versed Liam. I thought, come on, 1v1. And I thought, if he loses, he deletes his channel. Because I thought, well,
I got this, basically.
I kind of thought, do I have motivation? Do I not? So I tried to kind of find ways to motivate myself for the rap battle. And I thought, well, if he loses, he gets to delete his channel, and in a sense, I don't have competition anymore.
Okay.
Because I thought, well, that would be a morale decreaser for him if he was to lose. Because I knew at the time he was probably losing motivation for his YouTube channel as well. So I thought, let's just do something to find motivation. And I lost, and I thought, yep, I'm deleting the channel.
Time for age.
That's when I started trying to think of a revival.
And aka Australian gaming.
I thought-
was born.
I thought, what was motivating me at the time?
Gaming.
Gaming was my motivation, so that's why.
Hanging out with all the guys.
And then the Empire part was like my rebuilding process.
And that's how age was born.
That's how Age got started.
Alright, I think it's yours to answer that question, man.
Okay. Aside from, I guess, aside from you starting your channel and doing what you're doing now, what really made you want to start YouTube?
Like, the reason.
Like, just the reason why.
And when I've seen from the role plays, they inspire my creativity. I'm like, I want to do this. I want to do this. And from what I've seen, the lives they live, it interested me. I'm like,
But
wow, that's so cool.
aside from Minecraft role players, who really inspired you to create your YouTube channel, though?
They're one of the main reasons, but I have to say, Master Buck is another one.
Okay.
He's a FIFA YouTuber.
Thief YouTube.
Another good Aussie one.
Alright.
Bloody, he goes on.
You seem to find a lot of Australian YouTubers more than I do.
I'm just kind of surprised, actually. Yeah, but I'm YouTube longer than me now.
Okay.
But the reason why I do Trigate is from another channel called Guy Rocky, 1.3 million subscribers. I got Trigate from a series called Minecraft Life.
Okay.
So I've said to you off camera. Like,
So
how I
you
came up.
inspired from the Minecraft Life series of Guy Rocky to start
Basically,
Trigate.
I watched it, and I thought I could do something, make it my own.
Okay.
So this is about a kid, like a bunch of fans go to some big school, like kids with special talents,
Okay.
like a school where they make superhumans. And the power he got was the most dangerous, Code Red, or the fire power.
Alright.
Has not had it, nearly destroyed the world. So Ryan, or the guy he played as Ryan, which is his actual name, had the one to control the power. And the first time he actually used it, he nearly burned the entire school stadium to the ground.
So did you like ever get inspired off anything like vlogs or anything like that to do on YouTube?
I wanted to do vlogs. I've seen you do it. I've seen that you've always had a good time doing it.
Okay.
It'll be more interesting.
And it's like a way to just sit down and talk to your audience.
People
in a
can
way.
recognize you if you're walking and go, oh, hey, it's ZackTheBroz. Hey, it's Aussie
So-
Retro Gaming. Aussie Gaming Empire, I mean.
Yeah. So it's kind of like
And I think if fans recognize you, I think it's good as if they recognize you doing
it's kind of like a good thing to see that people realize that and recognize you from off camera.
Exactly.
But of course, do you think that would get a little bit annoying as well?
imagine a kid coming up for photos, signing stuff. I would love to do that.
That would be the good part, obviously.
Like,
but you never know who you're gonna get targeting you in the
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I get your point.
because like a YouTuber who I watch, Review Tech USA. Now, a lot of people think of him as a quite controversial YouTuber, but he does just talks about. He just kind of sits behind the mic and talks about games, like in gaming
What,
news.
He doesn't actually review games?
Well, he sometimes does reviews, but he's mainly just a news channel.
So he's like to that dickhead Keemstar.
Oh, definitely not. No,
Oh, okay.
he's nowhere near that.
Alright.
He's kind of like just your gaming news guy, but also talks a little bit about political news too.
Some that you like with like a YouTuber, you talk about politics.
Well, not so much, but he's
You're
American.
the
He's
politic guy.
well, but he's American, so he kind of just sits back and talks about what the news is really.
Okay.
So, and like, obviously, Alex Jones is in the news a lot recently
Okay.
because of his controversy. But aside from that, like, I'd say he kind of just speaks real and speaks his mind.
Right.
But yeah, that's like, I guess maybe I could talk about what I got inspired by.
Yeah, sure, man. Why not, man?
So,
I don't mind.
when I first started YouTube a long time ago,
Back when I was a little 12-y.
back when I was the 12, back when I was like around 13, 14, doing my first channel, basically it was kind of like, my inspirations at the time were gaming and kind of just funny stuff. So I kind of started by looking at a kid-friendly YouTuber, Stampy Longhead. Yeah, it's a funny name, but basically just a guy who's in a cat suit in Minecraft.
What the fuck?
Well, a cat character in Minecraft.
Let the go. What the hell?
And he would just do these videos called his Lovely World videos.
Welcome to my lovely world.
And the one thing I really liked about what he did was he made this garden in Minecraft where he would just do shout-outs to people every video.
That's cool.
So he would have all of his fans on these signs lined up in his love garden.
That's cool.
And I thought that
Love
was...
garden.
He called it a love garden.
Okay.
And it was quite cool and neat though, because it shows you connected with your audience. Like they might post something like a picture to him or a drawing, and he would just recognize his fans doing that. And he'd done that for years, and he still does it today. And he's got like thousands probably in his Minecraft love gun. He actually had to extend it underground because of how many people and signs he had.
Okay.
And that was one thing I really liked. I thought that that's a great way to be in touch with fans. And I thought, well, that's one thing I'll definitely be inspired by.
Alright.
Funny enough, I was also inspired by Liam to do YouTube.
Oh no.
Mainly at the time because I actually, at that point in time, really liked his content at the time.
Okay.
Because aside from PewDiePie and other big inspirations, he kind of brought me to reality in a sense. Because I thought, if all these people can do YouTube, then other people can as well. Anyone can. It's just, you gotta find the talent, you gotta find what you can do and what you're good at.
Basically.
And I thought that at the time I could do Minecraft Let's Plays. Or Sonic Let's Plays.
Yeah.
Because I had Cabana9456 as another inspiration for YouTube. And he would do like Sonic gameplay, Mario gameplay, basically just kid-friendly games. And I was wanting to at the time be quite a kid-friendly YouTuber. And I think these days though, I don't really have that touch that I had for being kid-friendly. Because as you grow older, you kind of grow more serious generally.
Yeah, that's
And-
fair enough. Like, we've changed a lot.
And trying to be kind of super duper laid back and kid friendly, being like, hey guys, how's it going? Kind of like screaming in the mic like that. It just,
Playing drums.
yeah, it's just like, you can't really do it unless you want to be motivated. And a lot of these YouTubers, probably in my honest opinion, once they get off the mic and finish recording, they're probably going, shit. They're probably going, that's ridiculous to do. And I've seen a couple cases where kid-friendly YouTubers even have accidentally dropped the F-bomb or something like that in the videos, and they forgot to edit out the video.
Okay.
And yeah, it's interesting though.
Alright, then go to the next question.
So that's probably my inspiration.
So this is my turn to ask you. Okay. You got any channels you're making, or any channel plans you got in mind for yourself in the future?
Okay. Well, yes and no.
Alright.
The yes part is I've always still had the idea of wanting to do a kid-friendly channel.
Kid-friendly channel? Oh, that's interesting, man.
I've always wanted to, but I don't know.
You're gonna do
I
it.
still don't know. Like I was talking before about kid-friendly content, how it really inspired me to want to do YouTube. I kind of thought if I kind of try and go back to being in touch with that kid-friendly base, it would probably help in a way.
Fair enough.
And the one thing that I used to always like about doing kid-friendly content was it actually helped me tone down swearing.
You swear nearly every video.
But it used to, when I used to do kid-friendly content, I used to really tone down swearing.
Okay.
Like, I would very rarely have to do a cut in the video and be like, fuck, basically. So like, it was interesting because it actually did help. Because I'd be like, look, I'm gonna have kids watching me. I can't swear.
You gotta turn it down.
I had to tone myself down. I had to make sure I didn't say shit, fuck, or anything like that.
Exactly.
And it was super helpful for a while, and it actually kept me probably sane in a way.
For a while.
It kept me sane for a while, and like, because I feel like back then I wasn't, like, of course I wasn't insane or anything, and I still ain't, but I think back at that time, it kept me having reality check, and
Right.
that was the main thing. But as soon as I stopped doing that, I realized I became a little more aggressive, in my honest opinion. I became a little more aggressive. I basically, it also kept me away from having problems around me, and it kept me having the reality check. But now it's like I get more reality check without doing kid-friendly content in some way. It's really strange.
Alright.
And that's the only thing I can really say about wanting to do a kid-friendly channel, is like, it helps you tone down your swearing, and it makes you kind of not lose your mind.
Alright.
So it makes you have like this kid-friendly approach and connection, and probably helps you in a way.
Alright. Okay, you want to do one more question?
What have you got for me?
I think you're gonna ask me now.
Alright. Tough question, I guess. I gotta try and figure out.
You're gonna think about what plans I got or other stuff.
I don't know. I'm guessing, would you ever do a kid-friendly YouTube channel?
No.
No?
Well, maybe, you never know.
Because, like, if you were to try and have, like you were talking before, the idea of having people in public wanting to, like, take photos with you, it would probably not be kids.
I'd say I could give it a go, but I wouldn't be able to be me in the video. As you know me as a person.
That's true. You wouldn't be able to be yourself unless you tone yourself down.
Which is kind of hard.
Which, obviously, if you were trying to be kid-friendly playing FIFA, no way.
Fuck no.
But
You can't be kid-friendly playing FIFA.
But what type of kid-friendly games do you generally play?
I play RPG games.
RPGs?
I told you I'm like the Tales of series.
Okay, so you
I
could
do it.
you could do it for RPGs.
FIFA?
No, definitely not
Fuck
FIFA.
no. FIFA. I can't.
Shooters, no, because
You get a headshot and you hear someone chuck the controller across the room.
yeah, it's like you got to find the right games to play.
Basically. Also, some of the role play like could be kid friendly, could be, but you never know.
But you might have to like make different channels in order to work that.
Exactly.
Because you can't have the same audience all being on the same channel. So it's like, how would you do that? Because you can't just be like, alright, I've got a list of more teen, adult focused ones, and then I have a list of kid friendly. It's not going to work.
True.
Because you're not going to be able to hide the adult teen ones from them. They're going to go watch it.
Exactly. And plus, I'm looking for this time to start recording Trygates because we're about we get a quick update on Try Guy quickly?
Yeah, we might as well. This video is going to probably go long anyway because...
We're very broken the plan of how long we're going to do it.
Yeah, but I thought it's a Brozcast. You're going to be sitting there for a long time talking.
Exactly, okay.
I might as well just add music in the background.
And basically, with Try Guy, I'm looking forward to start and to record with it and all that. And other role plays, we got tons of those in mind. I think we've got about, right off the bat, I'm thinking about 7 role plays in total.
Yeah, we got tons of ideas.
We got a soccer one.
Although, do you think we'll do like one at a time, or do you think...
We do one at a time. We do maybe one or twice, 2 at the same time, probably.
Yeah. It's probably better to do it that way.
Yeah,
like, it's like once we say wrap up season 1 of Try Guy, we can do like another one.
Which is going to be Kingdom Battles next, which we might start building probably.
Yeah, and then we would have like both running in different time slots.
Exactly, we probably might do this. Try Guy twice a week, Kingdom Battles twice a week.
Yeah, like we've got many different that we could.
Plus it's going to be the hard because you got to figure out who's going to be available as well.
Yeah, so I guess what else can we talk about with Try Guy at the moment?
I think maybe we should do in another future, maybe in a month or 2, we should do a video on the map.
Yeah, we could probably do a video.
We probably should show the skins, like what they're gonna look like and all that.
Yeah, we'll probably do like little snippets and map shots and all that type of stuff in like maybe another Brozcast video, maybe next month.
Just, or 2 months or month. Next one's gonna be too crazy. I have to do that.
Oh, like October.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like there's like 3 parties we gotta go to in October.
I think maybe November is a good time to do it.
Yeah, although we could do a Brozcast next month, but more just to sit down and talk.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, alright guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah, probably. Since we've been going for like, what, 47 minutes nearly?
Basically, this is the longest video I've ever done now.
This is probably one of the longest I've done in a long time. But it's a good talk. It's good.
I cannot do these on my own properly.
Yeah, true. Like, you wouldn't want to just have yourself sitting there doing 40 minutes. So it's better to always be talking to someone else.
True. Listening videos is different.
Yeah.
Alright guys, me and Age are gonna go. Subscribe both to our channels, hit the like, subscribe.
Turn notifications on as
well.
well.
I forgot to say that. Turn notifications on. And as I say, Broz Army, peace.